I don't think he's chinny. I just believe in his prime, he would just get caught flush, and obviously he relies on reflexes a whole lot. That's what kind of hurt him when he kind of got older, because you got to rely on your technique,
skill
more so,
and technique, yeah,
more so than your reflexes and stuff like that. It's like the Roy Jones effect almost. Gamboa, his gift almost.
It's a great example.
Gamboa own gifts ended up hurting him or backfiring toward the later part of his career. However, I just want to get this cleared out of the way before I ask you the second topic. I made a video, obviously, right after the fight, and then Terence Crawford respond to the fight, and Terence basically said that he not ready for Devin Haney or Lomachenko. So I made a video on that. A lot of people, I believe, there's a lot of casual fans that probably just follow one fighter, not the sport. So I never said, Gervonta Tank Davis got exposed. I just basically stated that he has to bring his A game against the Lomachenko or Devin Haney, not his C game. Because according to him, that was a C- or a C+. That's his C game, right? He has to bring his A game against a prime fighter like Lomachenko or them, right? So all this backlash that I was receiving, I just want to point that out. Obviously, Gervonta Tank Davis has the whole package. However, when he did fight Gamboa, he left some of them tools at home. However, he did have enough tool to work with to get the job done against the Gamboa. But against the Lomachenko or a Devin Haney, who's going to bring their A game, he can't leave some of them tools at home, because some of the tools that he has or that he brought against Gamboa might not fit and get the job done. So he's going to have to bring the whole package. And that's dedication and being in condition, because how you going to let a guy like Gamboa be in better shape than you are? You know what I'm saying? Which we're going to talk about that later. I just want to point it out. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis responded to Terence Crawford statements that he's not ready for Lomachenko or Devin Haney, and he stated, how can you possibly say that when Gamboa hurt you? He dropped you, or he didn't drop Terence Crawford.
No, he hurt him. He stunned him. He had him wobbly. He won
a couple rounds. So how you feel about that statement in particular?
Well, one is that I want to say that I've followed boxing since I was a little one running around, and Gamboa was somebody who I really looked up to, and I loved his style. He was ferocious. He was a little kind of a baby Mike Tyson in his heyday, but it hurt my heart to see this version of Gamboa out there. And so for Tank to make that equivocation that this is the same guy that hurt you, I would say that that's probably false. That is not the same guy, right? It's the same name, it's the same person, but as far as that fighter that fought Terence Crawford during that time, who was, I don't even know if he was necessarily at his prime. He was closer to his prime when he fought Terence Crawford. Out there, which I thought was a bad matchup. He had to go up in weight. Terence was long and just a bigger fighter. But this was still, people forget that Gamboa was one of the top pound for pound fighters. He was just a tornado going through the featherweight division.
That's why it's painful to watch.
Yeah, and to kind of see this version of him now, it's like, and a lot of it, he did rupture his Achilles, and I kept on commenting about his balance, his timing, and just everything. But if you do that, that probably had something to do with that. Yeah. But I think a lot of it just has to do with Father Time, and I mean, it was. I'm hoping that this was a fight for him it was a coronation for him to kind of go into retirement at this time, because I don't want to see this version of Gamboa go on.
Well, Ryan Garcia, he said he probably won that fight in 2020, but before we get to that,
Ryan wants to fight who?
Gamboa and Tank
Ryan
Davis.
wants to fight Gamboa.
Yeah, and
oh yeah, he did. He did say that.
It's still a good fight, but I would have had loved to see a prime Gamboa when he was on his heyday against a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, for example, on his heyday today. Because even though they both have different styles, because Gervonta Tank Davis is a southpaw, he's more of a single puncher. Gamboa is more of a combination puncher, but they both are known of being baby Mike. at that 130-pound division or at 126 for Gamboa, for example. And Gamboa on his heyday, man, nobody wanted no smoke. I mean, Martinez didn't want no smoke. Even Mikey Garcia had to think twice. And even at the right time, when Gamboa wasn't the best version of Gamboa, he still thought about it twice. And can you blame him? I mean, Gamboa was the man. So who would you pick? Gamboa in his prime or Gervonta Tank Davis in his prime? Like, how that fight play out? Like, will it have a different outcome? But at the end of the day, let's say it's a Gervonta Tank Davis in shape. Like, let's not say
that's
this version.
You got
this version.
Yeah, you got to.
Gamboa probably kill him. I'm talking about the best version of Gervonta Tank Davis, because Gervonta could have had Gamboa out of there by the 3rd or 4th round, but he was fighting at a pace that he could sustain for 12 rounds. He didn't want to punch himself out looking for the knockout because he knew Gamboa was a live opponent. And Gamboa, at the same time, while he was hurt, he knew how to tie up. Man, he was doing what Klitschko used to do to his opponents. He was pushing up on Gervonta, and his trainer was telling him, don't let him pushing up on you like that. Turn him, but that takes energy, like you were telling me during the fight. So, prime Gamboa versus prime Gervonta Tank Davis in shape. Who you got and why? So, very, very good show, guys, from Bernard. Appreciate it, everybody. Tune in, Split Decision. Next show, we're going to have better quality. We just working as we go, because at the end of the day, we ain't missing no show. Regardless of what it is, every Sunday, tune in. Y'all could count on us being here, regardless of what's happening. I had a wedding to go to, but at the end of the day, guess what? I still showed up right after the wedding. Even though I was looking for the 2nd and 3rd and 4th wife. You know how it goes. But at the end of the day, I come back to Split Decision. She can watch me on Split Decision. How about that? So, appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Professor Nim. Don't ever leave me lonely again. I was over here singing Mr. Lonely by AkHi. I like Mr. Lonely. I got nobody on Split Decision. Like, I'm over here hustling on my own. Man, you had me multitasking. You had me all over the place. But it's all right. My man back. He back on the map. He back on, like Lil Baby said. And obviously, A-Rap Baby in the house. I got my man A-Rap Baby coming. The merch coming. Split Decision coming. All of that. So cop the merch. Call in. Tune in. Click on the like button. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live. And obviously, if you want to graduate from the AkHi University, then take y'all notes. Y'all gonna learn something every day and become hardcore boxing fans. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody from the super chat to the comment section to the likes to the views to the people that ask, that call in or ask or whatever. Even the haters, man. Because the haters, they your biggest fans,
exactly.
right?
And you gotta leave them if you want to get dumb about it. What?
Oh, you already know. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these old media or casual fans. And appreciate it, Professor.
All right, man. We out, man. Hey, Happy New Year to all everybody out there. Peace.
Peace. You already know, at the end of the day, huh? You already know how we come.